From College Station and the Texas AgriLife Extension Service, this is your weekly 2-minute crop report for November 11, 2009. In some areas, rains lit up and fields dried out, allowing agriculture producers to get back in for planting and harvesting, according to Texas AgriLife Extension Service personnel. In other areas, producers are either waiting for fields to dry out to either plant small grains or winter pasture or to try to take one last cutting of hay. In other areas, particularly the rolling plains, where many fields were saturated only a couple of weeks ago, the cotton harvest had just started up and was then postponed, said Dr. Todd Bauman, AgriLife Extension agronomist based at Vernon.
Well, we'd had a real good week of weather here the last week up until the last 2 mornings, and we've had just real foggy, damp weather that has slowed us down. Or when I say wet, I mean kind of that, how fall, heavy dew type stuff that really hasn't burned off quite like we would have liked it to. Normally it'll come in for an hour or two and then burn off, and it's kind of held on for longer than that. So that slowed us down quite a bit the last 2 days. But other than that, we'd had probably one good week of kind of weather. Cotton harvest had just started to kind of kick in. Peanuts, we're probably got a big part of them knocked out. On both cotton and peanuts, I'd say yields are kind of all over the board.
The bowls are open, and I guess one of the issues is going to be grade.
Yeah, especially the longer this crop sits out there with this kind of weather, it's probably going to deteriorate some.
What happens to the cotton when it gets this kind of weather?
You start losing your color grade, and then in some cases you can, if it stays on long enough and you get enough weather on it, you can actually lose yield.
This has been Robert Burns with the AgriLife Communications Unit.